Hello, this is Shar from The Real Kitchen for Real People, and I trust that everyone is doing and feeling well on this wonderful, blessed day. We know that fall is near. I noticed the other day I seen some leaves changing colors, so that made me excited. I love this time of year. You get your pumpkin spices and all your fall colors and pumpkins and stuff out to decorate, and that's so fun. So, and especially because you eat comfort food usually during this time of year, and I love to not only cook comfort food, but I love feasting on comfort food. So today, in honor of that comfort food, we are going to prepare stewed thighs and gravy. Now this recipe, I'll have all the ingredients below, and it will require, of course, chicken thighs. And with that being said, I have chicken thighs. Now, if you want to purchase the thighs with the bone and skin on them, that's great. And usually that's what I do when I'm stewing chicken. I always use dark meat because it gives it a little bit more flavor. But today I had the boneless, skinless thighs in the freezer. So I thawed those out, washed them real good, had them soaked for about an hour, and so we're going to use these. So you could use either one you want, the skinless, boneless, or the bone-in and skin. So with that being said, we're going to start seasoning these thighs. And I like to start my thighs out seasoning with the sea salt. And that way it'll get right into the meat. So I'm going to sprinkle sea salt over my meat, and I'm just fixing for 2 people, so it's not going to be a lot. So you can prepare your recipe according to how many people you're planning on feeding. Okay, then I want to add a little onion powder, and you're going to do this on both sides of the meat. And don't be scared to season your meat. And then I'm put a little black pepper on there. Okay. And then a little paprika, which I always usually use. One of my favorite seasonings is the paprika. Okay, and we're going to do that on both sides. Okay, we're going to do this side. Like I said, I like to use the salt first, just so it can marinate down into your meat. Okay, then I use the onion powder. Okay, black pepper. And just a little touch of that paprika, one of my favorites. So we're gonna season that up, and then we're gonna set that aside. Okay, we set that aside, and what we're gonna do now is chop up our vegetables. We have onion, celery, red bell pepper, and green bell pepper, and also garlic. So we're going to chop these up in small pieces. And I'm sure you're going to love this dish. And I'm going to serve it over mashed potatoes. You can serve it over rice. So we're going to have it today with mashed potatoes and a salad, Caesar salad. But it just goes with just about any side that you pick. So just cut up all your vegetables, and so they'll be ready when I come back. And be sure to cut up your celery small. That way it'll pop that celery taste. Because you don't want it real big and chunky. This is not that a recipe for that. So be sure to cut up your celery small. And of course, you know, I'm going to say make sure you wash it, everything before you use it. So continue cutting up your vegetables and I'll be back. Okay, I have everything chopped up here, and now I'm getting ready to heat up my skillet. Put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil in your skillet and turn it on medium high heat until it gets a little warm. And then we're going to add these vegetables in, everything but the garlic. We're going to add all of those in. Okay, now that we have our vegetables all cut up, we're going to set those aside and prepare to brown our chicken. So we're going to put 3 tablespoons of olive oil in a skillet and heat it up. Okay, we're going to heat that olive oil up, and then we're going to add our chicken thighs. Okay, now it's popping. So, and you can kind of feel the heat above it. So I'm going to put my chicken thighs in the skillet. And what we're going to do is brown them on each side. And if you want to, you can use legs, but this recipe is good with thighs, just really just thighs or legs or any, you know, your dark meat. So we're going to let that cook on medium heat. It's going to brown till they brown on each side, and then we'll turn them over. Okay, since these are skinless thighs, I'm going to add just a little fat to them. So I'm going to add about a teaspoon of butter while these are browning. Now if you have skin on them, you don't have to add that extra fat. But I just wanted to add that extra fat into that since they're skinless. Because that'll enhance the gravy when you get ready to make your gravy. Okay, now I'm going to turn them over. And brown them on the other side. Okay, now that they're brown on both sides, we're going to take the chicken out of the skillet and set them aside. Okay, now I'm going to add my vegetables to this skillet with all these goody crusts at the bottom. You don't want to drain it or anything. You just want to add all of these vegetables. Everything but your garlic. We want to do that last because we don't want it burnt or overcooked. So once these other vegetables cook, we'll add the garlic at the end. Okay, we're going to stir those all up in there. Don't that look scrumptious? And I love the color. It's beautiful. So what you want to do is just keep stirring these until you get all the goodies off the bottom of your skillet. Just kind of move it around like that. So you want all of that. You don't want to leave none of that on the skillet. You want all those flavors. So just keep stirring until you get them all tender. Okay, now that all your vegetables have absorbed all the bottom of your skillet, as you can see, it's all in your vegetables. So now you want to add your garlic. And just kind of stir it around. And then you'll smell the aroma. We're going to let that mix in with the other vegetables for about a minute till you start smelling your garlic. Smells scrumptious. Okay, now you want to get your flour. You're going to have 2 tablespoons of flour. Okay, you're going to turn your fire down to medium low while you add your 2 tablespoons of flour gradually. And you're going to stir as you add it. Okay. Just move it around in here. Till it's well mixed. If you see no more white, you don't want to see white. You want your gravy to be flavorful. Okay. And that's how it'll look. Okay. And then what we're going to do is add a little chicken broth if you have it. You're going to add about 3 cups of chicken broth if you have it. If you don't have it, like I don't today, I'm going to use water. And then I'll season it up with chicken broth cubes. Okay, add your water gradually and stir. And you'll see your gravy forming. Just gradually add it, stir it. And you just gradually let it continue to cook on medium low as you stir. Now, like I said, I have water. So what I'm going to do is season this with bouillon cube. If you don't have chicken broth, I'm going to break up 1 bouillon cube in there. This is if you don't have chicken broth. And just stir it around in there. And add your water and keep stirring. Until your chicken broth is dissolved in the gravy. Okay, that's the consistency it should be. And now you can add your chicken back into your gravy. And then spoon it over. And then let that simmer for about 15 minutes. Okay, while this is simmering, I'd like to remind everybody that I have the cookbook available on Amazon, and I'll have links below. I'm also on TikTok and Instagram now, so you can go to those. And please follow me on those. That will help those social media channels out as well. But look how that looks. It's awesome. And you can cut these up in little squares if it's the boneless kind. You can just cut them up if you don't want to serve like the large pieces. You can cut them up in smaller pieces if you like. But either way, it's going to be a crowd-pleasing dish. So, if you like this recipe, please let me know what you think of it by commenting below and giving me that thumbs up. I sure would like to hear from you. And if you want like special tips or perks of such, you can also join the channel, and it is called the Pantry Lounge, and in that area you get special treatment and special perks, like I said, that is not on the other area. It's not in the other area, but you will still receive, all subscribers, these free delicious recipes. So without further ado, I'm going to show you what it's going to look like over my mashed potatoes. Here's the mashed potatoes, and of course the recipe is on my channel. And so what we're going to do is spoon that over the mashed potatoes, the gravy, make a volcano like. Don't that look luscious? And then you're gonna put your chicken breast, no, excuse me, not breast, but thigh. But if you want breast, that's fine. But today we're doing the thighs. So you're gonna put that over your potatoes. And that is the dish that is fantastic. So let me taste it. I love mashed potatoes, so here we go. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. You must try it. So, without further ado, you know what I'm getting ready to do. I'll add my salad to this and chow down. So, I'll talk to you later. Love, love. Be sure to try it and let me know what you think. kit to take advantage of the special price on the Real Kitchen for Real People Family Story Cookbook that is now available on Amazon. So be sure to go out and get that wonderful cookbook. It's a lot of short stories and memories of gatherings around our table, which is a lot of fun to read and enjoy the recipes and poems. So be sure to check out The Real Kitchen for Real People on Amazon to take advantage of this unique family story cookbook.